I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by ForensicGameology.com.
Reviews, previews for science.
In 7 minutes or less.
We're going to preview processing. It is a game, we were just discussing this, of social negotiations and set collection. You're trying to get certain sets to a certain area, so you're not collecting anything. You're just trying... Oh, this is also a game where you freely talk about processing humans.
And cows.
Yeah, but that's like semi-normal for people. People process cows. Aliens, well, we don't know. And people don't process humans, at least talk about it. So, this game you're trying to... You have tokens, these tokens in front of you, and you have these cards. And these tokens will tell this card where to go, and the card has symbols. And so wherever this card goes, that thing is going to happen to whatever symbols are there. So this one has 2 humans. So if you want to probe the humans, you want to put these green probe tokens on here. If it has the majority, then this card goes to probe. And now these 2 are 2 probed humans. Now why that matters is you have cards in your hand that give you points based on what happens to humans or cows. Because the aliens are doing these things. So you want to negotiate, hey, you don't want to probe that, hey, let's work on this together. So there's negotiations and social around the table, because your turn is just placing one of those, and it goes around until everyone's placed 6. At the end of 3 rounds, whoever has the most points wins, as long as they don't have the most bad points, which are mad cow points. Simplicity versus complexity.
This game's very simple. We were up and running. I read through the rule book, and this, for once, this is a preview. These components may all change in the Kickstarter, so, I'm showing you stuff, but it may not be final. Anyway, so this rule book, it has 20 pages, but it's a very small, it's not text heavy, there's a lot of pictures and images and whatnot, and so it was pretty easy to get through. And we played with more than one group, and each time I felt like we just got in very, very easily.
For sure, everyone got it pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I would agree, that was my handoff, I didn't, yeah. So yes, it's very simple. You want the majority, or you want things to go bad, so you make it a tie so it goes away. Fairly simple to understand how to play, not necessarily win. Luck versus strategy.
So, there's luck in that these are going to come out at the beginning of the Overlord's turn. The conveyor belt will keep moving forward, and what's going to be next? Will it have a process or a probe innate token or a free token if you want to free stuff? You don't know, and so sometimes it's going to be heavy on the one you don't want, or you'll have drawn cards that maybe don't fit very well. But this game is all strategy. The reason I say that is like every other social game I talk about isn't necessarily deduction. I say this about social deduction, but in terms of social negotiating games, we're just going to talk. I'm going to look over and be like, Molly, help a brother out. If you go here, we can make it work. Don't you have a card where you want to process at least a couple cows? And maybe she doesn't. Now I'm trying to get some information, and now I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to waste my tokens there, because then the next people in order can make it tie and go away. Or I can be the one to force that. Or I can be the one to see, listen, cows getting probed isn't going to help me, but it also won't hurt me. And it will help someone else, but it's better than them getting processed, because then it will hurt me. So all that stuff you have to think about and negotiate and talk through, and there's a lot of strategy there.
I think there's also a lot of strategy. I agree with everything that Tom said as far as negotiations. I think there's also a lot of strategy when you talk about what cards you play, because you have the choice of 3 cards. And so which one do I play now? How can I work this out with my tokens? Because you get 3 of each kind the first, then you just get 2 of each kind, then you only get 1 of each kind. So if you use all of your processing, which are the red ones, you only get 1 for that last round. So you gotta make sure you have a good card for that last round, or else you're toast.
Skunked.
There's also luck. There's been so many times when I've got the exact opposite card of someone else, and so we're directly working against each other the entire game. So that's tough. So that is lucky there. So there's just no working with someone who only has probing when all I need to do is process. So that is tough. And so that's luck. But there's also all that strategy we talked about. Fun versus boring. This game is fun. It's fun in its simplicity, and it's I can't speak tonight. In its negotiations. So you can talk, and like Tom said, hey, work with me. Hey, get this on the table. And I think it's pretty simple, and it's a pretty fairly quick game. And so it's fun to be like, no, I want that. And how you're going to work it out, what cards you're going to choose to play, when. Like, I've started rounds where I'm like, okay, this is the card I'm playing this round, and then it hasn't gone that way, and I think, no, I'm definitely not playing that one. Okay, now I'm working for this one, and I'm going to get maybe fewer points, but I'm going to get less negative points.
This game is a lot of fun. The second we finished playing the last game, the person we were playing with, or one of the people we were playing with, said, let's play it again. So the other thing that I like about this game is that there are a bunch of cool quotes that say stuff like, we'll show the sky people. I was giving myself a lube job. There's something not quite right about this. Like, it's pulling a bunch of quotes from popular sci-fi and whatnot franchises. Then you get the vegan tours, and these are ones that want to free both people and cows. And it will get mad cows for probing either of them. Then you get the Minotaurans, which are Minotaurs like cows, so they want to process people but free the cows. And they'll get mad cows if the cows are probed. It's like just a bunch of cool tie-ins that, you know, little jokes you're going to see as you go through. Plus the fact that it's just hilarious having that social experience and just looking across the table like, Eldridge, help me out. I'll help you out. We're going to do this together.
What, don't you want to process some humans?
Exactly.
Okay, processing. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.